My God, man. I've sort of held off on trolling Tennessee a little bit and laughing at them too much, but, because you kind of feel bad for them. But, man, reality just can't be ignored. And I'm going to tell you something, too. It's not just this season. Tennessee, there's not anything Tennessee does well. Nothing. I mean, both lines of scrimmage are terrible. Quarterback play, terrible. Running backs, below average. Linebackers, none that you'll ever remember 2-3 years from now. Like secondary can't cover anybody. How many Florida wide receivers were open down the field on 15-yard crossing routes and there wasn't a Tennessee defender within 10 yards of them? Tennessee is going to be bad for the foreseeable future. They're just absolutely terrible. There's no improvement in this team from week to week. There's no improvement year over year from last year to this year. You're stuck with Jeremy Pruitt. You've just made way too many coaching changes over the last 10 years to turn around and make another one now. Plus, you can't afford it. Plus, nobody wants the job. I mean, that's why you have Jeremy Pruitt. 10, 11 people turn the job down. You guys try to act excited, try to use the excuse, well, we fired that athletic director and president, and Fulmer came in, and his first choice was Pruitt. So he got the man he wanted. Well, then Philip Fulmer should be fired as athletic director because he made a terrible hire. I mean, there are no bright spots on Tennessee's team. Zero. Coaching, no. Players, no. Recruiting, no. You've got a couple of decent players. I really like Harrison Bailey, a quarterback you have committed for next year. You better cross your fingers and hope you hold on to him because you're looking at maybe a 3-win season. And most of your games are going to go the same way this one went. Your offense is just horrible. And, and Florida fans, listen, Florida's offense is terrible too. The offensive line is one of the worst I've seen. The running backs are terrible. You got no running game. You're playing QB hokey pokey. Neither one of them looks great. Trask had good numbers, but again, Tennessee's defense is just absolutely putrid. It really is. But Florida fans are happy as hell with this win. You know what? Florida winning this game today, blowing out Tennessee, the way they're talking reminds me of the same way Tennessee fans were talking after beating Chattanooga last week. And that's about as much as this win means. This win for Florida means just as much as last week's win that Tennessee had over Chattanooga. Nothing. This win means nothing. Florida will not beat a good team this year. We've seen that already. Struggle wins over two bad teams, Kentucky and Miami. And then 2 wins over 2 nobody teams. Tennessee and whatever that team was you played a couple weeks ago. UT Martin. I don't even know who it was anymore. At Florida, you're bad too. But Tennessee fans, I can't wait till this offseason. I know Tennessee fans this offseason are going to get all excited and talk about winning the East and competing for the SEC just because they do it every offseason. I'm telling you right now, you know by now you've got no chance this year. I'm here to tell you today, September 21st, you've got no chance in 2020. You don't have any. There's nothing for you to look forward to on this team. Nothing. Garantano will be back next year. Unless he transfers, but you're going to let Harrison Bailey start next year, even if you get him behind this offensive line. The offensive line is not going to be much better next year. You're not a year away. We don't want to hear that. You are just terrible. Man, LSU put up 60-something points today on Vandy. But they've given up 31 through 3 quarters. Hell, you give up 31 points to Vandy. My God, I couldn't even believe you let him score a touchdown there in the first quarter or whatever. I said, what? How you let Vandy score a touchdown on you? And I quit watching. I figured it'd be a blowout. Then I turned it back, and Vanderbilt's got 31 damn points on you. Well, look, LSU's the Oklahoma of the SEC, ain't they? Yeah, they are. LSU is the Oklahoma of the SEC. Score a bunch of points, win a bunch of shootouts against terrible teams, and when you play a good team, you're gonna get humiliated. Auburn versus Texas A&M kicking off now. I think Florida State and Louisville too. I know. You're all waiting on that Georgia Notre Dame game. Don't worry, my dogs are gonna roll. Have a good morning.